Hello, Nicoletta. How are you feeling today?
Hi, Kat. Little bit tired, but okay. You?
I'm also feeling a bit tired, a little bit low energy, which is great
Mm,
because today for our episode, we're going to be talking about periods, low energy, and how to do business around these sort of things,
yeah,
basically.
I got you. And also, when you have those rainy, cloudy days that you just need a blanket and a book, that's one of those days.
Yeah, exactly. So having a period while you're running a business is, I guess,
Hmm.
something everything that like women are dealing with. And yeah, I guess today we wanted to talk about like how to manage those days and how to keep moving forward even when you're feeling bad. So something I read on an Instagram post actually recently was about having A days and B days in your business. So on the
Oh,
A days, it's when you have a lot of energy, when you can get a lot of stuff done. And on
mhm.
those days, you focus on tasks which like require a lot of brain power, a lot of creativity, a lot of focus.
Mhm.
And then you have B days where you focus on, I don't know, like more kind of boring tasks, you could say.
Yeah,
I guess like admin, maybe if you need to move a lot of files or stuff that doesn't take a lot of brain power.
I see.
Um, so if you can arrange when you have your period, well, when you know when you're getting your period, then you can plan to have those B days on those tasks.
That sounds very interesting and kind of practical. I haven't thought about arranging my work in that type of way. Maybe I have just done it, how to say, unknowingly already.
Mm,
And I just know that on that first day of the period, I just need to split my day half and half. As soon as the period starts, I'm just like, okay, now I'm going to do just Instagram engagement and maybe negotiate calls for the next following days. I'm just going to
yeah.
do stuff that don't require me actually working, but just interacting with people, more like negotiations type of tasks. And I totally agree that we have this definitely more inspired type of days in the month, and then it comes like a doom wave. You feel like
Yeah.
a little bit more negative, little bit more down, tired, less energy, and you're like, what's going on? And then you talk with a friend online, and you're like, I'm PMSing. Me too. Okay, it's that time.
Yeah. And everything becomes clear, and you're like, well, that's why I hate everyone today.
Exactly. That's why I
Yeah.
almost killed that person with my bike on the way back.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not literally,
But I,
guys,
I
not
think it,
literally.
yeah, don't worry. We don't hate anyone here. But I think it's really important, as you say, that you were maybe doing it unconsciously, subconsciously, I don't know.
Subconsciously, yeah.
Um, but like not paying attention to it. For me,
Mm-hmm.
on those days when I would have low energy and I would like maybe just be doing the admin tasks, I would always feel like bad on myself, like
Oh,
why I'm like, why can't you be on A day today? Like why aren't you always on your A game? Like you should always be working as hard as you can. And it's like,
yeah.
no, this is completely impossible. I mean, even if you don't have a period,
Mm-hmm.
you throughout the month, you're still going to go through up and down days and have higher
Absolutely.
energy, lower energy, and this is completely normal. So I think it's really good to make kind of space for that, space for
Yeah.
days when like you don't have a lot of energy and you need to relax a bit
Yeah.
more.
And girls, women, ladies, whoever is in that type of situation, you don't have to perform on those days. You don't have to be out there on your 100%. You have to be taking risks. You have to give yourself time to relax. You need to feed that body with chocolate, with chips, with all the fat that it needs it. And your brain as well needs to rest, your eyes as well, if you're doing lots of
Yeah,
screen work. You just need to take that time of like, okay, this is my rest day and I'm going to enjoy it because I really deserve it. And Mother Nature just says, take a step back. And that's
yeah,
it. And
exactly.
that's how we should look at it, like as a spa day when we just go through some changes and we just need to relax and take care of our bodies and minds and just,
Mm.
you know, be with peace with it, just surrender. You don't have to fight it. You don't have to be on the top of your game on that day. Just let it go.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think along with allowing it, like
Mm-hmm.
accepting it as part of our lives, I think it's really important to talk about it more so that it becomes this normal thing. Like I still kind of feel like periods are like a taboo.
Yeah.
That like we
Close
can't,
topic.
you know, if someone asks like how are you feeling, I wouldn't, to my friends, yeah, I would say I have my period. But
Mm-hmm.
for example, I work with a lot of men, and generally
Mm-hmm.
like I'm in meetings with, and it's all men,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be like, how are you feeling today, Kat? Or how are you today? And in my mind, I'm like, oh, I want to die. But I don't, it's like I can't say, oh, I'm feeling sick, because then why every month are you sick, Kat? Like, what's wrong with you? But,
Yeah.
and sorry, like they all know what periods are. Like I should be able to just say, like, oh, I'm not feeling very good because I have my period today. And then
Yeah.
I still, I mean, even myself, I think we should be talking about it, but I still would feel scared to say that in a team or a meeting full of
Absolutely.
men, you know?
Absolutely. And I think we should make a challenge for the next month. If we are on our period and we need to, if we're going to be honest, we have to be honest for that as well. And I want to talk about it also on my stories. Also, I'm very transparent on my Instagram account. I really want to talk about it and be able to not be ashamed of that thing and be like as open as possible and say, guys, today I have my period and that's why I'm so chaotic. That's why maybe I will not show up that much, or quite the opposite. Maybe you will see a different side of me in this 1 week. Don't be scared.
Yeah,
It's still me. It's just the way I go through this period at the moment, and it's a
yeah.
period, and it will last for some time. So take it or leave it.
Yeah. If you want to unfollow because of that, whatever, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. No,
absolutely.
but I really love that as a challenge, actually. Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
should, when you said that, even I felt very like nervous, like, oh, that's such a, it feels like such a personal thing to talk about. But if I have like a cold or I don't know, an eye infection, you can talk about these things. Like
Yes,
this is such a
yes.
normal thing that we should, yeah,
Normalize.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. And fun fact, in Spain, I think they already accepted the law that women and people who experience periods and just can get 1 day or 2 days off. I'm not sure, maybe a whole week, which would be great. And they can just enjoy that time. I mean, enjoy, just have this time for themselves to recover and go through the changes that they're going through. And I think as a solopreneurs and freelancers, we don't realize and how lucky we are, and we should stop punish ourselves for taking time off, but rather embrace it the way Spain does, and just take time to
Mm.
recharge and go through the pain, and recover as fast as you can, and just have that time off. What do you
Yeah.
think?
No, definitely. And I think, yeah, it's something you should definitely take advantage of when you are a freelancer. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I started thinking about this only like a couple of years ago, where I guess I started having quite bad cramps and like
Mm-hmm.
my body would feel tired and everything. So, and for some chance, luck, it's not luck,
Yeah.
the opposite of luck, like really bad luck, that I would
Okay.
always have like very important meetings on the first day uh somehow, like it always just scheduled that way. So like I would be in, presenting my project, and I would be like like dying, like as soon as like I ended the call, I'd be like
I feel
um
you.
yeah, which is like,
Sweating.
yeah, and like also crying in my head and like being angry at the same, all of the things,
Yeah.
which I don't like the fact that I'm like forcing myself to do something when I could just schedule it one day later. So I think being
Absolutely.
aware of when you're going to be feeling tired or angry or anything,
Mm,
um, and then make your schedule around there. I
mhm.
also think maybe it's a bit off topic, but it relates a lot to seasons as well. That like in the summer, you're going to work differently than in the winter. And be aware of these changes and that your body is different during these seasons. But instead of pushing against that, uh, go with it instead. Like listen to your body. So, what are our takeaways today? First of all, well, I would say try to listen to your body, schedule your work based on when you feel tired and more energetic. The second thing, if when you are feeling tired, especially if you have cramps, working out or doing some exercise and movement actually really helps quite a lot. Even if it's just some small like stretching or yoga at home. So try and do that. Another thing, if you have bad cramps, apparently masturbating really helps. So enjoy your time. Yeah.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah. At least it makes it a bit more fun, you know?
I'm gonna schedule that.
Schedule. Well, it's for health, you know?
Yeah. That you're keeping secrets, huh? Oh,
Yeah. And what advice do you have to women dealing with these issues?
I didn't know you were taking the spicy road, but I like that tip of yours. I actually have seen working out seasons during the summer how easy my period gets compared to the winter time when I'm less active and I don't do so much abdominal workouts. And I can definitely see the level of pain that increases through the winter. For example, during summer when I take more water and I take care of my body more often and I'm more active, the level of pain on the first day, the hardest day, for example, goes from 1 to 3, and during winter can get to 7, 8 because I gain also weight and I'm not that active.
Yeah.
And my muscles are also loose during that time around the abdominal area, and definitely I can see both differences clearly. And something through talking with other women, because yes, there's a joke around the internet that girls and women like to talk a lot and we are very chit-chatty.
Yeah.
This podcast is a testament.
Yeah.
Yep. But this is how we learn from each other since the old ages. And this is how we transfer information to preserve each other and our tribes and our families. And this is how we learn new things. And we are open and sharing new information. And we learn about masturbation and stuff like that because we like to talk. And one other thing I heard from other women is that magnesium helps them kind of push their flow to be more how to say flowy. I mean, it in magnesium in general relaxes your muscles and increases the blood flow, if I'm correct. I hope so. But actually it helps your period to get more flowy, to get more like to speed it up kind of in a way. And vitamin C on the opposite side actually kind of stops the blood flow and maybe can slow it down. So be careful with your vitamins intake and new supplements that you introduce to your diet, because that can also freak you out for some reason as well, because everything as a change that you introduce to your period can affect the next period. So have that in mind. Travel as well. Even 1 hour difference can make the difference in your period because change of an environment and whatnot. And yeah, the hot bottle trick on the tummy really works.
Yeah.
Gold.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's super interesting about the magnesium and the vitamin C. I haven't heard that before. So, so would you say that then before your period, you should take more magnesium and then maybe after you take more vitamin C, or?
Well, I like to use them consistently. Like I take one, like 50. I have one pill that is 50% magnesium intake per day. And for example, when I have a very hard workout, I take 100% of magnesium that day. And if that day is before my period, then I know that I should have pads with me, my organic cup, and just be ready that will drip any second. But if I don't want to get my period on that day specifically, I will not take magnesium. I will rather take vitamin C or more like lemon juice and orange juice and other things like that. So yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting. I think we need a full episode just about that.
Okay.
Because that's really interesting. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah. We have that
So,
episode included as well.
yeah, tune in later.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Yeah, if you're feeling low energy days, just take that day to relax instead of trying to force yourself. And yeah,
Definitely. Yeah, we had a really good time talking with you, between each other. And please make sure you subscribe to our channels, online social media, on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, our personal Instagrams. Find us on LinkedIn even if you want. And make sure to join our journey. And any feedback is also welcomed. We really appreciate all our listeners, and see you in the next one.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.